All right, everyone. How's it going? Hopefully, all are having a fantastic day. As always, it's your boy, Therian Drake. If you like my content and you want to support me, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I try and go live as much as humanly possible. That being said, I do have a Discord, links in the description below, as well as links to my Humble Bundle Secret Lab, Hero Forge merch page, and donations page. All this help me out monetarily, and you get something awesome back from Muslim as well. Sorry, y'all. I'm really bad at enunciating sometimes, as you know if you've hung around with on the channel for a good long time. It's never one of my strong points, but I'm here. I am ready to take down this Elder Brain. Iro, welcome to the chat, dude. You're in 2.3 seconds. Holy jeez! I clicked on that button of going live, and you are here. How you been, buddy? Let's see if I defeat the Elder Brain today, or I'm gonna probably bang my head off against a brick wall forever. But the cool thing, y'all, is why is it not popping up? Is it because it's not a full screened application? Yeah, you actually saw me fumble on all my words. That's huge. My favorite thing. Let's see. Keybinds, video, full screen, windowed. Accept. Full screen. Yes. Why is it not showing? Any full screen application. Correct. Weird. Maybe. There we go. Hey. It just needed some time to wake up, I guess. Alright, so. How do I want to do this? So I have this guy, Orpheus, here. So he's going to be going to town on people pretty quickly. So he knocked this dude prone. And it's going to go over to this Olithic right here, right? Sweet. So I'm going to chomp on his head. Apple a day. Outrider platoon. Florix cohort. The watch. Oh, appreciate it, Ira. I'm gonna be playing a lot of like I'm almost done this, so I'm gonna be moving into other things quite soon. Oh no, he's charmed. This is a pain in the butt. This whole mission. Gonna give you that right now.
Now's the time, Councillor Floric.
Hasha Missouri? Yeah, we don't allow that.
Well, well. Look what we have.
Call forth allies. Outrider platoon. Actually, yeah, let's call out.
Got to press on.
Shouldn't be long now. Hold the line. Imperative. It's Alibi Green. Impero. Imperative. Imperative.
Surrender. You have already failed.
He'll rise. Again.
See if I can one-shot this dude. I need to one-shot this dude, so...
Put your skills to use!
Get that. Cancel that.
Witness perfection.
So much for the Emperor.
Alright, Emperor's dead. save it on this one. I'm gonna try and topple big folk.
Poor fucker.
Let's try that again. Because it has a 64% chance of doing it.
I'm going to enjoy this. Ready for this?
Immune to prone. Alright.
The Baldurs Gate!
No escape.
Resistance to fire. Alright. So.
2 steps at a time.
Imperio, Impero. Impero,
Let's counterspell that. Oh no. Case got broken. Oh shit.
Knees high.
And ready. With finesse.
The Baldurs Gate!
Subjugate.
Oh hell yeah. She's silent still?
Let's make this quick.
Shouldn't be long now. Hold the line.
Subjugate.
Impero.
Don't react. Push doesn't really do anything to us. So magic missiles that are going to be the big issue. Don't react. Cancel. Get that illithid out of here.
Need to learn the hard way.
The brain is weakened. This is our chance.
Even bow.
Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
worth a try. It's Ali.
Easy as.
Its will is weakening. The Nether Brain's ours!
Yes, here.
Execute.
bullshit.
I know just what to do. No time to waste.
Infinium Via! Impero! Impero!
Impero Tibi. Obey. Thrall.
Come on, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this.
Moving.
Oh no, why did they do this? Get the win, get the win, get the win. Come on. There you go. The Slay the Dragon. Best city watch ever.
Now is the chance. Its will is weakening. Eliminate the Nether Brain and let the Sword Coast be free.
Can we put on haste? Hasten Karlak.
Want another? Under their noses.
Execute. There you are, you wretched thing. Time to die.
Let's go.
Take you.
Keep it up, Paladins.
Resist. Impossible. Pain. Fear. Terror. Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
There. At last. It is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps. You glimpse a future where you lose all the gifts the parasite gave you. A future where you no longer see the sun.
Betray Orpheus. So I saved. I want to see both sides. Absolutely brutal. Holy shit.
What are you doing? Stop!
Don't worry, you're still seizing the moment. I'm doing what I plan to, taking control.
Together,
Brutal.
conquer, rule, command!
Holy shit.
In my name.
Wow. Wow. Holy jeez, that is... Wow.
You glimpse a future where you lose all the gifts that
Well, what are you
Parasite
waiting for?
gave you.
Commanded to die.
A future where you know one.
My master, I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn lipids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. You can feel your tadpole burn, and the power it granted you starting to wane. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity.
Oh jeez.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Take a moment. Savor our victory. Long may the coast winds carry our names. The city will cheer us, but it is the triumph itself, the very smiting of evil, that should lift our hearts. My mind is clear. Its burden lifted. When the Netherbrain died, the tadpoles died with it. No offense meant, of course. I can never forget your sacrifice for us. For the city.
Even when my time in the prism stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me. But first, Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
You should. You found a new purpose, Lae'zel. Stay in Faerun. Craft a new fate.
Duty. All my life, I've traveled in its slipstream, not once questioning its path. In its service, I came here. And now, I will carry your hope, Prince Orpheus, and I will carry your burden. But to that burden, I must add my own. The loss of those I leave behind.
Lach crashed Makvlek. So be it. Now, give me my freedom from this form.
You don't deserve. You're a mind flayer, but you aren't you?
Yes. But for how long? My mind screams. It will never stop until it has slipped away from me entirely. I will not be Ghaik. I did what I did to save my people. The rest is up to them. Someone else must rise within the ranks to lead the revolution against Vlaakith. Give me my freedom from this form. Release my soul to the astral seas, while I still have one to call my own. Perhaps you are right. I may not be the one to lead my people, but I can still bear witness to their glory. I shall find a place for myself in a corner of these realms. For even in darkness, the stars of Tunarath will shine upon me. You were a worthy ally.
Never have I known a prince more noble. I hope he can find peace.
Kulos! I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator. To the skies!
The Githyanki are leaving us. An unlikely place to find ourselves, fighting on the same side as them.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Gionthar. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. With the crown in my hands, I would be unstoppable. The casts I weave would be mine to command. I would be more than the greatest wizard who ever lived. I would be a god.
Is that what you
Want,
go?
need, deserve. Choose whatever word you prefer. But it is what I'm going to do.
I feel like
Mistra
he'd be
has
the
dictated the terms of
BBEG.
my potential for long enough. The crown would grant me control of my own destiny at last. Think of all I could achieve. All that I could grant to those whose ambitions are restrained by Mistra's yoke. I could raise a new Netheril, right here in Faerun.
Your hubris will be your downfall, Gale. I thought you were wiser than to make the same mistake again.
I thought you were wise enough to recognize that I am not the man I once was. It seems that we've come to an impasse. I stand on the threshold of divine ascension, and you would try to keep me grounded. It's not your fault. I can hardly expect you to understand. But nor will I relinquish this chance because you're unwilling to imagine a world where I succeed. Ah, I will never forget you. That much I promise. And if one day you feel differently, I would be honored to have you as my chosen.
Farewell, Gale. I hope he still remembers us little people once he's secured godhood. Though he may have to contend with Mistra before that's a foregone conclusion. As for us, well, the future awaits.
Right. I suppose there is more work to do now. What first?
That we should stay in the city, help rebuild it. think a celebration is in order.
Heroically spoken. We must find an inn. Minsk has been banned from his share of ale halls, but I am sure you and Boo can speak for me.
You feel a gentle tingling on your skin, a faint prickle that starts to spread across any exposed flesh.
Starion, Boo says you are beginning to smell like a festival day feast.
Your skin now itches insufferably, as if covered in biting ants. You look but see nothing out of the ordinary. Until... this is it. With the Mind Flayer's parasite dead, your time in the sun is over.
Hide, Starion! I do not think you are going to tan!
You flee, stumbling through blinding light, your skin intolerably hot. It's hard to say how you find shelter, but you manage it. Now, all that's left to do is wait for the familiar embrace of night. For all its terrors, you missed it. Baldur's Gate is not a bad place for a vampire to live, to flourish. And flourish you will.
I'm hot. Too hot. I think this is it. The engine's finally cooked. I'm not ready. We did it. I did it. The city's gonna be all right. My friends are going to be all right. I can let go. I'm slipping. I can't hang on. What's happening? Goodbye, sun. Goodbye, sea. Good.
It's upsetting.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate. You feared the worst when the messenger found you. Few know your name, or where you rest while the tyrant's sun is in the sky. But you had nothing to fear. This was the one message you had hoped to receive. An invitation to meet with your friends and allies. Those who stood with you against the Absolute. Those you were parted from so suddenly when the victory was won. Now, you have a chance to say goodbye.
Oh, I thought that was Karlach for a second.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Material plane. Almost forgotten what it's like.
Ah. It's good to meet again.
By the living gods, I need it.
Thank Mother Gith. The psionic projection is holding.
Pity we're just talking.
Gods, I smell like a 70-year-old cinder. Withers yanked me from Avernus with my blade halfway through a Cambion's belly without so much as a chance at washing up. Well, never mind that. By the stars' light and the moon's glow. It's so good to see you, Astarion. I suppose you've been slinking in the night for the occasional feast. A pity you can't be there for the Hell Hunt. You'd grow fat from infernal drippings. The demons I've disintegrated, the devilkin I've gutted. The stories I could tell. I don't suppose you'd indulge me.
So, let's hear it.
Yes, but just the one, or I'll be yammering all night. You want to hear about the Amnitsu at the Styx? The three-tusked Orthon? Or the invading Gorestroy? Styx Devils, they're called. They usually prefer the frozen wastes of Stygia, but Zariel's got a few of her own for guarding the River of Blood. Fat bastards, all of them. Was on the heels of Amerigan who'd been stalking the wild hills and sprinted a little too close to the Styx. I felt my mind start to drain, an Amnitsu speciality. Bought just enough time for one of its minions to grab me and dangle me over the river. Could feel the Styx tugging at my memories as I hung over it, eager to drink me dry. But not even the Hell's minions are immune to a circle of death, and I had just enough strength left to conjure one. I leapt free of the minion's grasp, unsheathed my short swords, and rushed at the Amnitsu in a fury. When I'd finished, all that remained was a pair of paltry wings on top a pile of viscera.
I've missed Josh. For a pleasure.
I've missed you too. And your cunning tongue, of course. And did I mention your hair? I might have missed that most of all. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear. I can't imagine not having you at my side. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. I wish you'd been there to join in. Oh, to battle together, just like the old days. I suppose that's my way of saying I miss you. Tonight, I toast not just the people we've become, but the people we were. Warriors, winners, saviors. She's kept me on a long leash, if you can believe it. Every target she's set me on's been a demonic intruder. Tenari assassins who slip into Avernus. Armonites that amass near the sticks. My next mark's the most challenging yet. Or so she says. I don't know much more. Only that it's no demon, but a devil. She's playing a game. I don't know what it is or how she plans to win, but I can tell you this much. I'd fall on my own blade and join the blood war in an instant should Zariel's hell-touched fingers stretch towards the coast. And as long as I'm more useful as a warlock, that's not a risk Mazora would take. Go on, the night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oops, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Minx.
Oh, Minsk has not yet left the table, so this is still the first level. Aha! You... Boo! We are not dreaming! It is our old friend!
What happened to you?
Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark, Minsk began to wonder if he was some blind bug who had only dreamed himself to be large and bulksome. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover.
You were in a cell? What for?
Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no?
Sounds like Withers just got you out right in time.
In ample time indeed. So long as the Bone Mage returns us to our cell by dawn, Boo would not be late to the bloodshed. But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration, and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky?
I found honestly, I've been missing you all.
No, no, my friend. It is not yet time for tears and passing boo around for the wiping of eyes. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go and greet the others. Minsk shall make himself presentable. Ah, this pond shall do nicely, boo. Though I see no soap, so you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
Love this guy.
Cheers to you. Cheers to...
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
That's wonderful.
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Me. It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Good old
Well,
Jahir.
now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
That makes one of us. Miss you too, Jahir.
Ah, how nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing.
Not all the city can be beautiful as Baldur's Gate itself.
I knew an Everescan Greycloak who would say, Baldur's Gate will be the death of me. But I can't say it doesn't hold all of life. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again. There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. Astarion. I knew you would spare me a kind thought, but it is still strange to hear a kind word. You have clearly been drinking, and I will need to catch up. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
It's good to see.
It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run. We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known. Zerith Minyaragith. Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king of the Githzerai. An exiled people, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. And sometimes, a bewitching smirk and quip gets the job done, Astarion style. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am a warrior of the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
If only Orpheus could see.
I admit, I've longed for his guiding wisdom more than once, but I have not heard tell of him, nor has my mind felt his presence. Gith's son has been lost to the shadows. Perhaps one day, when the Lich Queen is dust, he will step into the light.
I love that. One more.
Soon, when the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust, I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it?
What you got there, Scratch? Scratch, come here, boy. So glad that Withers remembered my Oh.
Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement. He seems excited in a way you recognize. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism.
A quick rummage.
Thou feelst it still. She is not here. She who means the most. Hast thy thoughts been with brave Karlach often? No, it is not. Thou brought joy to the dark of her last hours. It was the greatest gift thou could have given. Her life, her happiness was you.
But I failed her.
For saying such, she wouldst have picked thee up and thrown thee at me, leaving us both prone. In the fugue plane, her soul burns so bright, it pains the gods to look upon. Recall that in time, all changeth and all is rejoined. Thou shalt be with her again.
What's this?
Oh, hell yeah. Animal speaking? Where the hell did Scratch go? Follow.
Oh, boy! Is it lovely to sniff you again? I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you. Do you even have to ask?
The best boy gets the scritches.
You always know just how to do it.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to snuggle. I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you.
Oh, best boy.
You know best, but a little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
You are. Keeping us all on tenterhooks so you could make a dramatic entrance, is it? Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Are you joking? I've been counting down the days.
Honestly? So have I. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
Oh.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
She's calling me fat. Goddamn. Are you calling me chubby? I'll take that as a compliment. You look good too.
I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
The feeling's mutual.
I had no doubt. But I'm glad to hear you say it all the same. Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. Gods, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
Your
I
parents
know they are. I can still sense them, I think. And one day we'll be reunited.
What else have you been doing?
Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to offer up to their lady as a sacrifice. Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poisoned blade to best me. Especially when I have a friend on the inside keeping me abreast of their predictable little plans. None other. The matter of her faith and allegiances remains complicated, let's say. But she is still my oldest friend. I have hopes that perhaps she might turn from Shar entirely given time. But that's a decision she will have to make for herself. If that day comes, I'll be ready. I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers of dark gods by moonlight. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. But enough about me. What have you been up to? Don't be a stranger.
Who the heck's Millie? On the lie?
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
Who are you?
You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
How do you know Withers?
I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another.
Oh, are you doing a few play?
Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None. I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
Good old deception.
You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for? Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want?
Tavern Tales, something that encourages dancing.
Fantastic idea. It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
Is it you who paints the air blue? No more Amnian cheeses for you.
I'm glad the roads were kind. I'd hate to have missed this. Lucky thing I didn't decide to go to Arm yet. No way I would have made it back in time.
Goodness. Was Faerun always so dull? Still, at least the company was worth the trip, if not the view.
Charming. I see godhood.
I'm forgetting my audience. Etiquette amongst the gods works rather differently. They're a lot more direct, shall we say. I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events. First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it. Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic, fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work. As expected, Mystra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity. Ambition.
There was a criteria for choosing a domain. You should be the god of wasting valuable loot.
Mortals and their jokes. I did think to bless the heavens with my own inimitable wit, but, alas, most gods are rather devoid of humor. Great as the heights I've reached thus far may be, I've not forgotten my humble origins. In fact, they're central to my doctrine. Those drawn to the Galarian Creed don't merely seek my guidance as the impressive, all-powerful being I've become. Ambition is about beginnings. It's not just about the heights, but the lows that preceded them. I was nothing. A drifting dust mote of a wizard, abandoned by my goddess, my powers lost, my reputation destroyed. And look at me now. I'm their proof. Proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible.
I hate Gale. You're no different than it. Letting mortals do all the work. Interesting. You share these truths to all your followers. The ambitions that drove Cosmos cruelty made them do unspeakable things.
Such a feat would certainly be within my capabilities, but alas, my hands are tied. Bodily interference with mortals lies well beyond the purview of my particular niche of divinity. Ask for my blessing in pursuing this ambition, though, and I'll gladly offer what encouragement I can.
So I do all the work.
No use for the god of ambition? Your kin certainly don't see things that way. Their zeal for my doctrine is quite unparalleled. I can't imagine what they'd do to someone threatening to cure them, but I'm sure you can do that without my help as well. To be a god among men.
Alright, I talked to everyone, I think.
Yes. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To the greatest friends they could dream of.
To you.
Screw you, Gale.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
I owe you a debt of gratitude. It is thanks to you that Gale, the Wizard of Waterdeep, became Dekarios the Divine, god of ambition. Without you, he would not have survived the appetites of the tadpole. It would have feasted on that impressive mind of his, and all of his talent would have been snuffed out forever. But mere survival was not enough. Not for Gale, and not for you. Saving your world from the gods and monsters that threatened it wasn't enough. Gale wanted more, and you encouraged him to ignore every sensible instinct, to ignore the lesson of Karsus's folly, and to reach for the heavens. You were the spark that rekindled Gale's hubris, and set him on a course that will make Celestia quake. I longed for the crown to satisfy my own ambitions, and I was furious that it had escaped me again. But I have assessed the situation, pondered every variable, plotted every possible course. And I have come to realize that this is for the best. In time, long after you're gone, Gale Dekarios will cause such division and chaos in these realms that even the lords of the hells will be aghast to see it. Ambition. Such a delicious sin for mortal kind to indulge in. Such a dreadful weapon for an immortal to wield. The gods will be sundered, and from their ruin, I will rise.
Awesome. So thank you all for hanging out with me. It's been a pleasure as always. If you like my content and you want to support me, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I try and go live as much as humanly possible. It feels like I am going to be moving on to what is that called again? I'm going to be moving on to Elden Ring as my solo player game, and then Tom Clancy's Wildlands a little bit, just like how I was doing for Baldur's Gate and Elden Ring 3. So I'll talk to you all later.